All right. Well, welcome back, everyone, to the Holy Tabletop. My name is Jonathan Miller. I'm your DM, and I'm so glad you're here. By the way, we have received... we weren't really planning on releasing these episodes, these prototype episodes, and we've received so much positive encouragement from people, and some people are watching us, and a lot of people have subscribed, and I don't even know when this is going to release, so this might be far in the future. We're kind of recording these in advance as we figure things out, but please... And thank you, and awesome, and man, I'm just excited that you're here. I'm excited for this opportunity. This is an experiment for us, and we're just having fun. We're just having fun, guys. So comment below what your favorite moments have been, just to see, so we can see you and say hi, and I would love that. So kind of with this prototype deal. Let's go! With more space. With this prototype kind of dealio, things are going to come up, as you've seen. Like, we've lost cameras, we've had some technical things, we're learning, we're figuring this out. And one of those things is Kyle just suddenly moved. He is gone. So just gone, between sessions, and we had no idea what was going to happen, and we're really sad about it because he brought a lot to the table, but because I'm not very creative in the moment, I'm just going to kill him immediately in a session. Spoilers, I'm sorry. No! This is the prototype.
Poor Wabi.
Kind of feel.
Oh, Wabi.
So as we figure this out, thanks for bearing with us. Things like that are going to happen, but we are working on some more solid stuff. We're working on maybe doing some one-shots in the future. Lots of exciting things to happen in the future, but for now, we're just doing this prototype to figure it out, and thank you for joining us on this adventure, literally. So with that said, I think it's time to launch back into Zoe Thanae, our prototype campaign. Is everybody ready?
So ready.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Born ready. Born ready. All right. Last time, our travelers had been rescued by a mysterious unicorn named Argus. And Argus claimed that a deity, unnamed, was watching over them and had plans to use them to free the oppressed and enslaved of the town of Zoe Thanae. Argus mentioned an abandoned church at some point in his little speech in Zoe, and that church used to be dedicated to this unnamed deity. The travelers decided to go across town, consider stealing some stuff, decide against it, try to steal some stuff, fail, and then they got over to the church and had an amazing fight with the door before they were finally able to break it open with a lot of noise, which awoke or alerted some mysterious enemies. So as we find King, Wyatt, and Wabi, who's about to die, spoilers, Wabi! They are in the church, and they have just turned around to see four hooded black figures, humanoid, probably elf, who knows, figures at the front of the church where they had entered while they are at the back of the church. And at that, we roll initiative. Everybody roll initiative for me.
As well, or are we?
Yes, you're gonna come in. We have some new guests, by the way. I'm gonna introduce them when they they show up in the story. But you two, roll initiative. And you guys can roll initiative too. And let me know what we got. Okay, what do you got?
Nat 1.
You got a nat 1, okay.
First roll of the game.
Yeah, it's okay.
But technically it's a 4, because +3, so.
Okay,
I know
really
I'm still
how
going last.
Yeah, that's fine. And you, what did you get?
I don't want to brag or anything, but dirty 20. It's my
Dirty
first roll.
20.
I see.
Oh, the contrast there.
See, we're going to fight today.
Yeah.
All right. Wyatt, what did you get?
12.
12. This is so weird. And what did you get, King?
It was a 3.
Holy cow, you guys are in trouble. All right.
Perfect. We'll get going.
All right.
Don't worry, I got you.
So the way this is gonna work is there's gonna be a full round before you guys show up on your turn. Hat Trick, you are at the top of the round. You'll describe yourself as you enter, but before then, what is your real world name? Introduce yourself for us today at the table. It's a little out of order. It's a prototype. I can do whatever I want. I can make all these mistakes. Go.
Touché. My name is Zach, and I'll be playing a celestial warlock today, and just met Jonathan a few weeks ago and David as well, and they invited us to come along, and I'm excited to be here.
Cool.
I'm Zoe, and am I introducing my character at this point?
Just say, I just wanted you real
I'm
life.
Zoe.
Hi, Zoe.
Hi.
So happy.
You want to
Say what you're running.
introduce your character as they come in.
I figured.
At the top of the round. You can decide how you enter, or even, I'll say, like, as you're walking by the church, you hear a scuffle. All right, so when we get to you, you can decide how you want to enter the church. All right, but think about that. Until then, we have 4 enemies who get to attack before you guys even get to do anything.
Here we
I'm
go.
about to get murked.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right, so one of these guys, they don't ask questions. They are not happy that you're here. They are one of the guys who answered. He just runs straight. Actually, you see 4 right now, but little do you know, right behind Robbie, a figure appears and just stabs him in the back, like with a dagger.
No.
And Robbie falls to the ground unconscious immediately. Man, I'm creative. All right, so he's out, and that's that person's turn. The next guy from across the way has a little crossbow and immediately tries to take a shot at the biggest one, as most people do, which is King. He takes a shot at you, but you have your shield. We'll get to that in a second. But it is a nat 2, so I doubt that hits either of you. But as the shot flies towards you, King, it is gravitated towards your shield and just veers off and does no damage whatsoever. And that is his turn.
One down.
One turn down. One turn down on that guy. He's not dead. All right, and then the next guy rushes Dwight immediately, noticing that Wyatt. My bad.
You're in this now.
Yeah, rushes
All right, let's
Wyatt right away, and he has a dagger ready to go, and he runs at you and takes a swing with his dagger, and does a 15 hit.
No.
Nice. So you just easily deflect it with your shield. You're good to go. That brings us up to the next guy, who also has a dagger out and is going to rush King and is going to attempt to stab at you, or slash you. Ooh, that is a nat 20. As is tradition, when somebody first attacks you, King, they get a nat 20. So, as is tradition, that means it's...
Because that's the only way they'd hit you off the bat, man.
Yeah.
So that
We're
is...
big and large and in charge.
Yeah, that is 6 doubled. So that is 12 damage, 12 slashing damage immediately to you. He actually had a scimitar out, and so he slashed across and just gashes your arm, your massive arm, and it's really profusely hemorrhaging at the moment.
So 12 damage.
12 slashing damage right away.
We're off to a good start.
We're off to a good start.
I got a nat 1. You guys are great.
And finally, we have Wyatt, who is ready to do something. What do you want to do? There is one guy right in front of you. There is one guy right in front of King, and there's one guy in the back. There's 2 guys in the back and one guy who just stabbed Robbie, who is beside you. So there's one guy behind you, 2 guys in front of you, 2 guys all the way.
I will take my long sword out and I will attack the guy right in front of me.
Yeah, you have a rapier now, by the way.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Got that.
All right, what do you hit with?
So I have a 12. Does that hit?
Oh yeah, you have a +5 to hit. Mm-hmm. There you go. Cool. Yes, 12 hits, actually.
Woo! Let's go.
Nice.
All right, 12 hits. Roll for damage.
Boy.
1 plus anything?
It's probably plus your dex.
Yeah,
Probably
it's
+3.
It's 4. Just 4 damage.
4 damage. Awesome.
For
Robbie.
For Robbie.
All right.
Promise you this gets worse.
That brings
Please,
us.
someone help.
This brings us up to the last, the black hooded figure who's still at the back of the church. Anyways, this guy has a crossbow. He's going to attempt to shoot you, Wyatt, and he gets a 17. Does that hit? What's your AC?
17.
17. So that does hit.
Wow, beautiful.
Well, at least it's not a crit. All right. That's 4 damage, but your shield gives you get resistance for ranged attacks, so you only take half damage, so you take 2 damage total.
Okay.
Which is really good.
Nice.
All right, that brings us
That's
up to
pretty
King
good.
with a super low initiative. He finally gets to go.
Okay.
You
Get him, King. Just
you got a guy who
somebody.
just slashed your arm in front of you.
I don't think that's how we get down, you know. And so we are gonna try and take one for the team with Wabi going down. And so I'm going to pull out my great axe,
Yeah.
and we are just gonna do a sweeping swipe across.
All right.
Isn't that my bonus action though?
Yeah, bonus you could do before or
Okay.
after if you want.
So then let's rage before.
Okay.
Let's kick it off with a rage.
Yeah. All right.
So the 2 happen at the same time is the idea in a round, is that you get an action and then a bonus action on top of it.
You're raging and pulling out your axe. All right. Take a hit. Roll.
Run! No, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Let's do it.
Roll to hit.
Rolling.
Someday.
Hey! We have a 15.
All right. That'll hit. That'll hit. All right.
Yep.
Roll the damage.
Roll damage.
You rolled a 12 on a d12.
Oh, sorry. I rolled a 20.
You rolled a d20 to hit.
Yeah.
20 damage.
That is a fantastic weapon. No, you
We're
can't
looking,
do
for we're looking for the 12 here.
Yeah. There you
Looks
go.
like this
I
one.
knew that.
Yeah.
12, baby.
I
Oh, let's go. Take that
For
DM.
2, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I did roll 12.
Yeah, I guarantee even with your just the 12 will do enough damage. So no need for the bonuses. Well, how do you want to do that? How do you want to get this guy down?
Man, we are just gonna. I like the swiping in half, like whether it's from upright or diagonal.
Just the thing.
Symmetry.
Where are we
My
going?
favorite thing, like
Diagonal, half.
This time we are gonna go horizontal.
Just
and
lob.
just lob him right.
Just
in
lop
half.
this poor guy. He comes up, slashes you with a rapier, and then you just growl out at him and just whack him in half. He doesn't even have time to think.
Ask for it.
Again.
For Robbie.
That's right.
For Robbie.
Can I yell that as we do it?
Yeah.
Robin!
You slash him right in half.
All right.
He is gone. He's fallen over. And that brings us to the top of the round, where it's actually Hat Trick. You have heard the scuffle outside. There's something going on. You guys are traveling together, correct? All right, describe yourself as you enter the church in some way or form.
Okay. So how far away would we be from the church, by the way?
I would say at this point, like, you heard the scuffle while that round went on, so now you've gotten up and close to the church. So
Gotcha.
depending on where you wanted to enter, like, I'll let you into through a window, through a door, through the back door where they entered. You can.
Okay, so with my character, what you see is a pretty well-to-do, almost Victorian dress, kind of like outfit that he's wearing because he's from originally from Waterdeep. I don't know if that's in this campaign, but so it's like the most modern city in the world that he comes from, and so he has like more well-to-do attire. He's a nobleman. His background is a noble. And the one thing that stands out about him is that he has this big, obnoxious gambler's top hat that kind of like stands out. And it's like, and it's where all of his it's where like the source of like where his magic comes from and stuff like that. Thus his traveler's name, which is Hat Trick. And hearing this, he comes forward and like he's just trying to kind of getting a scope of like what in the world is going on. And so he has a King of Hearts card that he keeps like inside of his hat, and he like pulls it out and casts light on the card. And so he like suddenly he's like glowing in the doorway as he like steps in and looks around and you know sees the gigantic gaping wound that the gentleman over here has. So as a bonus action, let's see how terrible he does to try and heal.
No.
But I'll give you a healing light of 5. So I give you 5
Heal for
hit points.
5.
I appreciate that.
I only get 2 of those, but that's one. That's all I can do on my turn, and I just ask, what in the world's going on here?
I see you bleeding. Heal.
It was the king that like drew him in.
Yeah.
So like, I appreciate that.
Yeah, there you go. You guys are really connected. There's a connection.
I needed
there.
that. So
Yeah. So you.
If I can get on the big guy's side,
Yeah.
that means that like I know I'll at least have somebody to like take some hits for me. So you and I friends. Like
Yeah.
you and I are gonna be friends. I don't know how, but it's gonna happen.
my next question is, do you have any food?
Oh,
Now you're best friends.
As this happens, the guy in the hooded cloak just like falls, like the top hat falls down.
dang, I healed her. Okay.
Perfect.
I don't know how that makes you think, but yeah, that just happened. All right, and so that brings us to the guy who stabbed Robbie in the back is now like, he's looking around. He just saw one of his friends get totally annihilated. He was not expecting this type of resistance, especially after he just basically stabbed a guy in the back and he just fell over without any and he's kind of moaning on the ground, by the way. Robbie's just moaning on the ground. He's not like totally gone yet, but there is a pool of blood that is coming from his body at this point. And the guy is like standing there with his bloody knife, and he's like a couple feet, like maybe 5-6 feet from you, Wyatt, and he's gonna walk over to you and attempt to stab you in the back because you're facing the other guy as well.
This is great.
So yeah, he loves the he loves the backstabbing, and it is 11 to hit. Does that work?
No.
No. Well, actually, he would get flanking, wouldn't he?
So wait, we would know that he'd stabbed Robbie and fell on the ground.
Yeah, but you're fighting the guy in front of you, remember?
Okay, so I'm
this
not
guy's still
expecting
behind it.
that.
You know he's there.
Okay.
Like, he's not being silent, but it's like he's flanking you because he's totally behind you, and this guy's distracting you in
Okay.
front of you. And that's a nat 1, so that's
Yes.
hey, you're good.
Yeah, let's go. His
Trips
sword
over the
breaks
body.
on my
He's
back.
feeling guilty. He's feeling guilty.
He's like, what have I done? I don't know who these people are. I just decided to stab them.
It's Robbie's moaning that distracted him.
Yeah. Dang it, I didn't quite get it.
He's considering stabbing Robbie again. All right, one of the guys who you are right behind him right now. He like, I don't know. Is there any magic? Did he see magic when he saw the king get healed
Just my
from behind him? Because you're behind him right now. This guy, he's near the front of the church where you just entered.
Okay. So basically my hat looks like it's glowing, and so I look like a giant train beacon or something like that, and then I cast it. So I don't think you'd see. I don't think you'd see like the healing magic out of my hand because I'm like my hat's glowing. But
Okay.
that's entirely up to you.
Yeah, I don't think I think he noticed a change in the light level, but he just assumed maybe a cloud
Who's gonna think
moved
glowing
out
hat?
from in front of the side of the sun, and the sun had entered.
I aim to confuse.
Yeah. So he's gonna take another shot at King with his little crossbow, little piddly crossbow, and it's a nat 1. So it actually veers off because of your shield and hits the guy in front of you to do 4 damage to the guy in front of you.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
This makes up for
Friendly
the 20.
fire.
Right?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, he did 12 damage to you. It's his first turn. And then this guy's dead. So now it is Wyatt's turn. You got a guy in front of you who just got shot in the back. He's a little bit distracted.
And I have
by
a
his
guy behind me that just tried to stab.
And you got a guy that you noticed he tried to stab. It must have been deflected off your armor in the back. So
I'm gonna turn around and try to slash the guy that just stabbed me.
all right, you're gonna do it like a little whoosh. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Okay, go for it. Roll to hit.
Ooh, yes. Hold up.
Nat 20. Oh.
I think you would have said
I
something
wish.
more.
I wish. Does a 16 hit?
Yes, the 16 definitely hits.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, roll for damage with your rapier.
Woo! 8 damage.
8 damage. All right, you turn around. This guy is surprised. You slash him across the chest. His robes are starting to fall off, but he is still just barely holding on, and he's kind of swaying after that hit. Yeah.
Still alive, but he's barely breathing.
Yeah, that's right.
Take that, dirtbag.
And that brings us to Valis. Is that how you say it?
Valis.
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 Okay, I like it.
All right, Valis.
Okay.
Your turn is up.
Will you describe what Valis sees when she walks into the church? Who's still up?
Yeah.
Who's
Absolutely, yeah. So you walk into church right behind Hat Trick, right? Because I think you together.
I mean, I'm assuming he's running in before me, and I'm kind of slowly making my way in because I
Yeah.
don't really go to just random things and help out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No
So
offense.
No offense.
No offense.
And he's lit the way with his head.
It should-
So, I mean, that's,
Yeah.
yeah, the church is just a small little church. About from the door to the back is about 30 feet. In front of you have Hat Trick, and then just in front of him, or about 5 feet in front of him, are the 2 people with little crossbows crossbows. They've both been black hoods. They look totally fine. And then you have a giant Goliath all the way at the back,
Right.
who's bleeding from his arm. It looks partially healed. And then you have this dark-skinned rogue with a
Mind you, very handsome.
Oh,
very handsome
guy.
with a
Nice.
shield
Don't
and
forget.
a rapier.
Yes.
You just as you walk in, you watch him
Yes.
like spin around and do a beautiful slash across this guy behind him who was trying to stab him, and there's another guy in front of him. So Wyatt is like flanked on either side. He's got one guy on either side near the back of the church, and then you have King who has a two pieces of a guy in front of him. There's a fallen figure. There's a fallen
Fair enough.
figure and chainmail who's on the ground, and I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay, so
Quite a
there's
bit.
2 of the hooded cloaks still up,
Yeah, right in front of
Right.
you.
In
just
front of
in
me.
front of Hatrick. So I would go.
Well, there's 4. There's 2 in front and behind Wyatt, and then there's 2 at the back of the church.
but directly in front of Hatrick.
Yes, directly in front of
okay.
Patrick, there's 2 hooded figures
Okay.
just hanging out with
So-
crossbows. They don't even know you're there right now.
I'm running in. I'm going, Hatrick, what the heck? Like, why did you run in here? But as soon as I see that he's kind of in the middle of something, I would.
The undead choir guys, I think, are bad.
Yeah, you think?
I think.
I would go immediately and try to like knack one of them. The one, whoever is directly with Hatrick, like facing him. I would hit him with my staff I would try to hit him and then try to like kind of jab him away to see if I can do that.
Okay, one of the ones to the left?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he hitting both of them or the one?
So I would try to get away, Hatrick away from both of them. So
Oh.
like hit one and then jab the other one to kind of like
Okay.
part him from that.
Okay, yeah, roll the hit.
If I can. 21.
Yeah, that
hit,
definitely hits, yeah.
And 11.
11 damage?
No, oh no. So for my
to
second
hit
attack.
the second
Yeah,
attack. Gotcha.
Yeah.
11 does
so-
not hit.
yeah,
So you're
I
gonna miss
kinda
the second
figured.
one.
So the first attack is 6, and then I didn't get the second attack, so just 6 damage.
All right. So one of the guys
combo.
is
Let's go.
Yeah.
one of the guys at the back of church had no idea you were there. You just like where do you whack him?
I'm gonna try and hit him like in the sternum, like kind of. Yeah.
Like from behind? Like are you still or did you like circle?
I'm gonna run in, so I can move really fast. So I'm
Okay.
gonna run in and try to get in between Hatrick and the guy, and then push him back with my staff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. I'll do a strength saving throw. See if. Oh yeah, he fails. Okay. We'll just say he stumbles back a little bit. He takes he takes a major hit to the chest, and you hear some cracking in his chest, and he's like stumbling back. He nearly drops his crossbow, and he's like confused where you just came from. He did not know
idea.
anybody else was here.
Can I hear the cracking from where I'm standing?
Oh yeah, you're right
Okay.
by it. So there's some major cracking. Then you take a swing at the next guy behind. He dodges out of the way because he saw you like flash by, and now he's concerned, and so he raises his crossbow to take a shot at you, and does a 15 hit.
Yes.
Does the arrow go?
No,
with
that's
her?
only with 5 feet
Okay,
or
cool.
15 feet. I need to look at but they're really far away from you.
Okay, cool.
There should not be. He does 6 damage to you with his arrow.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
And
Bruh.
so he just like as you swing at him, he dodges out of the way, but he's like shaky, and he takes a shot and it's low. It hits your like left thigh, and like buries itself into your leg there. Fortunately.
Tis but a flesh wound.
King, it is your turn. Your guy in front of you is dead. There are 2 guys on either side of Wyatt, just about 6 feet away from you. And in between you is Robbie's body, who's still moaning.
Like the ones.
My favorite one.
Me.
I'm pretty upset, and like it's still hard for me to see Robbie on the ground. And now that this guy just tried to attack Wyatt, I'm gonna roll here. And so like we're just gonna attack the guy that killed Wyatt.
The guy behind, the guy, he swung around. And,
Yes.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
And so we are just gonna take a big swipe at him. And let's see, we're going dice this time. And that would be a 5.
5 to hit?
Plus it would be 6, 11.
11. Oh, so close. Man, that's a lot. So close, but not enough. He dodges out of the way. He is not looking good, but he like almost accidentally like dodges back because he's not in the best of mind. But you just miss. Yeah, is that
the wind from my axe made him just.
Yeah. So I think that's your turn.
That is my turn.
All right, then we come back up to the top to Hattrick, who is hanging back at the back of the church, being protected by
Valis. Not to be outdone, I see you breaking hearts and cracking sternums. Because I see that the two of them are on Valis, I think I'm just gonna go straight for a Eldritch Blast, a E-Blast on the one who dodged to try and like push him back. So that
okay, the guy right in front of you there.
Yeah,
Okay.
Push back the one that kind of dodged out of the way, so that
guy
way
who hit
she
me.
doesn't. Yeah, so she doesn't have like two people on her.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how I do.
All right.
Let's go on the trick.
So does a 14 hit?
It does.
Okay.
Roll for damage.
And I'm also gonna bonus action healing light. I'm gonna give you one.
It's better than nothing.
One health. All right.
I'm doing great. And so are you.
That's 6 total healing, by the way, for this little.
Yeah, you're still ahead in our book.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay. And then 6 plus 3, 9 damage to the guy.
damage.
And since it hit, I have a repelling blast invocation. It pushes him back 10 feet.
Okay, well, it's going to be a dead body. How's that?
She's a dead body.
It plows the floor a little bit as it. So the way this looks is like I kind of point at Valis, do one whole like point of healing to her, and I'm like, ooh, okay. And then you see like just briefly like he lifts up his hat, reaches inside of it, and pulls out a card, and throws it at the guy, and it hits him and just like kind of explodes in his face and completely drops him. And I was like. I just looked at everybody like I didn't think that was gonna happen that well.
Oh my
Hey, I did it!
I did not expect a card to do that. But
Right? Like, it's like Gambit. I love it.
Yeah.
Who throws a shoe?
All right, there are 3 remaining black hooded creature people things, and the guy who gets to go next is the guy you just slashed, who is kind of drunkenly like bleeding out.
Come at me, bro.
And he's gonna take his dagger again, still bloody with Robbie's blood, and just try to stab at you and see what happens.